What's going on, Cancer? And welcome to the Chariot Friends. Justin here, and I hope you're feeling fantastic today. So, for those of you who are returning, welcome back, Soul Tribe. I appreciate your subscriptions, your likes, and shares. Your support really is just the greatest, Cancer, and it keeps us growing. And for those of you who are new, welcome. I'm happy Higher Self has brought you here. We're in for an amazing journey. So, the purpose of this channel, for those of you who have Cancer in your placement, Sun, Moon, Rising, Mars, wherever, Cancer, this one's for you. And I do tarot card spreads based off our ruler here, the good old Moon. And I'll talk about what sign she's in, what phase she's in, and when she's going void of course, there's all of those lunar shenanigans. And just so y'all aware, Cancer, this is a general reading, not a one-to-one, so take what resonates with you, leave the rest with me. Never force reading on a situation, and everything will be dope, Cancer. Now, let's jump into it. Alright, Cancer, your space has been cleansed. Crystals, feeling lovely. Just great energy all around here, Cancer. And Cancer, happy Venus Day. It's Friday. And Cancer, are you getting geeked up for that full moon lunar eclipse that's going to be happening tomorrow? I want to say it's just a partial eclipse that's going to be happening, but still, love when the moon's doing some cool stuff there, Cancer. So pay attention to that energy. It might be really nice for us there. You know, anytime I feel like the full moon is going on, you know, it's very healing energy for us, Cancer. But also, Cancer, the moon is going void of course today. The moon's going to be going void of course at about 11 a.m. and that'll be Eastern time. And then she'll be moving from Aries into Taurus tomorrow on the 28th at about 7:43 in the morning. So we're looking at about a 20-hour, 44-minute void of course time there, Cancer. And with this energy, this is a great time for kind of like recharging your batteries, doing some introspection, just kind of healing just taking time to just like get that oneness with yourself again there, Cancer. Just because we take on so many energies, you know, but feeling as much as we do, other people feeling as much as they do, whether they admit it or not, and then just taking all that stuff on there, Cancer, that can be a lot for us to take on there. So this is a great way just to kind of like wipe the slate clean and just kind of get your energies back adjusted there, Cancer. And then you may notice too that your plans may be subject to unexpected changes during this time, and that people may be less likely to make decisions also. So it's something to keep in mind there, Cancer. And then the moon is still chilling in Aries. And this is a very ambitious placement for the moon, Cancer. This is great for determination and confidence, really making like a great first impression. Maybe we're thinking about going for a new job, or maybe going for maybe that special someone, Cancer. Because with Aries being associated with the first house, that can deal with the self, you know, first impressions, your identity and things. And this is a great energy too, Cancer, too. I'm even talking about your identity and stuff. This is a great energy for, you know, maybe we're thinking about changing our appearance up a little bit. Maybe you needed like a fresh look or something like that, Cancer. I actually have a little bit something scheduled later today, so I got a little surprise for you there. Once it comes Monday, Cancer. Hopefully you'll dig it. But so stay tuned for that, Cancer. But moving on. But also, Cancer, this can be a great energy for just kind of like reevaluating your approach to life as well. You know, are we pursuing our passions? Because Aries is a very passionate sign as well. So it's like, are we pursuing our passions? Are we feeling like we're aligned with who we really want to be? And then if we're not, it's like, how do we change that up a little bit? You know, and then even too, just thinking about your attitude towards life. Because I feel, you know, Aries is like they're the initiators of the zodiac. So they do have this drive, this just like can-do attitude that I feel is really great when it comes to tackling this journey, Cancer. And then we're on the waxing gibbous phase. We're almost there, Cancer, right at the finish line. And this is about just doing any last minute adjustments, you know, any sort of refining, and just observing how the growth that has happened for whatever you've been focusing on, Cancer, during the lunar cycle, how that has shaped you in a way, how does that help you bring you a little more into balance, you know? And if this is something where because things are now starting to accelerate. And then once we get done celebrating Cancer, then we're going to get to the more reflective ends of the lunar phases. So just, just making sure, just kind of clarifying just like any details. It's like, is this really how we want it to do? Is there a better way maybe we can incorporate this into our schedule? Things like that, Cancer. And then lastly, these readings that I do. Wait a minute. Yes, these readings that I do. They're not gender specific readings. So it's like, what are we doing here, Cancer? They're not gender specific readings. So apply these energies to people as they make sense for your situations. And then the decks that I'm working with, I've included links for them down in the description box as well. So definitely check that out if you're interested. But also down below some links for some other readers that I like watching, Cancer. So definitely check them out. Very great group. I think you really enjoy the energies that they bring. But let's go ahead and get into your first card here. Oh, Cancer. It looks like we're taking a deep breath here. Oh, look at that. Perfect. During the void, of course, there. Doing some calm meditation. Love it, Cancer. You got the breath card here. And then this is a card of return to breath, calm the mind, and breath is life. And absolutely it is, Cancer. Because when you think about it too, we breathe some, who knows how many times a day. A bunch. I'm trying to think of what kind of number I could throw out there. A bunch. And it's just like how, for something that is so vital for our survival, it's just like how often do we take a moment to really appreciate each breath that we are taking in, and like, because I feel like when we're talking about like breathing and like, when you're thinking about like meditation and just like focusing on the breath and things, that really does help you to return to the present and return to this state of calm, even in the midst of like chaos and things. You ever find yourself like when it's just like okay, and that even just allows yourself just a moment to just kind of reset, so I feel like that's there's something, and it's something that we can practice being mindful of all the time there, Cancer. Because you've made it this far on this journey, so you're an expert at breathing. But now it's just like, it's like taking it to that next level and letting that be just like, and then I feel like too, once we start returning to that breath, and then paying attention to our intention as well, because I like as this woman's breathing, it's like stars are coming out of her. She's like really putting her wishes and her intent out there into the universe. Look at the moon here. Maybe she's going through a lunar eclipse right now, but Cancer, look at the moon's here, and I do feel that the more that we that you do make this more kind of conscious effort to be mindful of your breath, in everything that you're doing. And, it can be difficult, because it's so innate in us that it's like blinking. You don't really think about how often you blink, but let me get some tarot on this and see what details this, because maybe for some we've been in this state of just like heightened anxiety, or maybe we even found ourselves, you can do it in any, I think there's every moment to appreciate the breath, whether we're happy, whether we're feeling sad, whether we're feeling angry, whether we're feeling stressed, we're feeling scared, we're feeling, because then that helps us, I feel like, return the mind to why are we feeling those things. It allows you to not get swept up in those emotions. In a sense, it can either teach you to appreciate the happy times, to find the source of any sort of like sad or maybe other energies that you might be feeling. But let me get some tarot on this, Cancer, and get some details, because it's almost giving me like an Ace of Swords type of vibes, where it's like, we're getting that clarity even in life. But alright, Cancer, let's see what's going on here. Oh, there we are. I'm with this Cancer. Oh, I'm really with this Cancer. So you have the Eight of Wands, the Five of Wands, the lovely Queen of Cups here, and then the Hermit card, Cancer. And as soon as the Eight of Wands popped out, I was thinking how fast life can seem so sometimes. How we have. It's just like there always seems to be this energy of just like rush, rush, rush all the time. We have this to think about, we have that to think about. There's this plan that we're doing, that plan we're doing, and it's just like I feel that this when taking a moment and taking in this breath and being mindful as often as you can to remember to breathe. That's even a form of self care in a sense, Cancer. So sometimes you don't need to. Where it is nice to just kind of take some time off and just sort of just kick back, relax, and just kind of veg or do whatever that looks like for you. We can even find those little brief moments in like our everyday routine here, because I'm just feeling like with the Hermit, this is Virgo energy, and that's one thing Virgo deals with, that day-to-day routines. And I feel like that's even. I feel, Cancer, that if we were to incorporate this thing, just make it a bigger point to be mindful of the breath, that this can help you solve. It relieves the conflict in your mind. It helps you, like, I feel like, sort of like sort things out, get things organized in a sense. And I feel like there's another energy that I know we're in Aries energy, but I feel like there's another thing with Virgo energy being here, the Hermit. It's like how we can get that structure and get things get like lessen the conflict and focus on the task at hand when we're able to take a moment and just breathe. Because even when you find yourself, I'm even feeling like I'm just getting like a high sort of like stress energy, when you kind of get caught up in like a thought, let's say, just like, how am I going to do this, like I have this thing that I need planned, I need to do this, I need to do that, I need to do this, I need that, and just like all that stuff just kind of builds up there. And I feel like it's just like releasing that to the universe really helps you. Like how I feel like a lot of these figures in here have their third eye lit up, and I feel like that's. See, because I find myself getting all over the place there, Cancer. Even that can kind of help you just find some clarity again. You put that energy out there, your stresses, your anxieties, your worries and things. The universe returns you, to that sense of calm and peace and tranquility. You know. Hmm. I like that, Cancer. And I think I'm gonna leave that there. And if you have found yourself, just kind of caught up in the turmoil that life can bring sometimes, take some moments and meditate. And even again, you don't have to. It doesn't have to be where you're just sitting in, like, on your meditation pillow or whatever, and just doing that. I remember sometimes when I would be working in like a restaurant, for example. Sometimes if you I get in the stress of things, one of the biggest things, like, you run back in the cooler real quick, kind of cool off, take a couple deep breaths. It's just like, all right, let's go back out in the jungle. But even just like moments like that, that's little moments of meditation. It's there's always a moment for it, Cancer. But let's get some more on this. Oh, I like that, Cancer. All right, so you have the Seven of Cups and then the Tower up right here. Ha! Mars. I really love that, Cancer. You get this, yeah, Seven of Cups and the Tower in reverse, and then you have the Ace of Wands and then the Page of Pentacles upright. And Cancer, I like when the Tower pops up in reverse because this is you initiating any sort of change. This is what I feel like happens when we do find our breath again. Towers don't just happen to us. We're able to notice the signs and and I feel like find more options to when we are able to when we're able to, again, just kind of find center again, because the Seven of Cups can be sort of like overwhelmed maybe by choices, or overwhelmed by all, I feel like all, because usually there's like these Seven Cups are filled with different things, and that's what I'm getting, this sort of overwhelming type of energy. It's just like, where do we start? You know, we want to grow in so many ways, we want to do so many things, we have so many stuff to get taken care of, and it's just like, sometimes I feel like the Page of Pentacles is just like, where do we channel that energy first? This Page of Pentacles, Ace of Wands energy. And again, if you just take a moment, find that breath, then I feel like that's when you really start able to really brainstorm with the Five of Wands there. Then you're able to take action with the Tower being here. And I feel like not just be in the state of reactive energy, Cancer, but be in that proactive energy, and really make the most of the make the most of the, what's the word that I'm looking for, like the guidance, I feel like, that the universe is trying to get you, trying to push you towards, in order for you to achieve that level of balance, in a sense. So let me get a little bit more on the Seven of Cups here, Cancer, before we move on from that. Alright, Cancer. So the Seven of Cups is clarified by the Eight of Pentacles and the the Queen of Swords. And I was kind of sensing her earlier. And the Queen of Swords in reverse. And then you have the Two of Pentacles upright. And you know, Cancer, because I was feeling that maybe for some, it's like, too, when we find ourselves in that stressful type of energy, I feel like with the Seven of Cups, sometimes we don't see all the options that are at our disposal. And I feel like with the Eight of Pentacles, again, because this can be like a pretty hard working card here, and I feel like it's like evaluating your routine. And if you notice that you just find yourself always in like this brain fog, or always just like in this sort of, just operating in this almost like a foggy type of state. It's like, not quite foggy. It's like that it's like that, I don't know, it's like that vibration, you know how, like anxiety, Cancer, you know, that vibration where it's just like that, things just feel kind of shaky. The mind is not quite, the mind's heated up, but not in like a constructive type of way. I feel, again, taking that moment for breath really does help you harmonize again, and being able to manifest and find the clarity that you're needing for certain situations, is what I feel like is going on here. And then we're not just working ourselves unnecessarily. You know, we're finding more constructive type of ways to deal with these energies here. But alright, Cancer, I think I'm gonna leave that one there. Now, since Mars wanted to show up on here, I love when the planets do that. Let's get some advice from Mars. Alright, Cancer. So last little bit here. You have the Three of Cups and the Knight of Pentacles upright, and then you have the Three of Pentacles in reverse. And then let's switch back over. Because I feel with this energy, Cancer, the Knight of Pentacles is I always like talking about, he's the slowest knight of the deck. And I feel this is Taurus energy for me. And I do feel that there is, especially when you find yourself maybe kind of riled up, or just in a, you're just in a, like a, really kind of just like anxious sort of state here. I feel like this is an energy of asking you to just sort of take a moment, slow down for a little bit, catch your breath, really, again, and just kind of tune in whenever you think about it, Cancer. I feel like try not to, because that's something that I've been, really been trying to do on and off for like the last years, and sometimes I'm on it, and other times I forget. It's, again, it's just like, how often do you think about the breath? You've just been doing it for so long, and I feel like even this too, Cancer, if you find your, or it's like if you even find yourself, cause I'm thinking with like, maybe for some it's like we've been maybe even in conflict with others, possibly even with the Three of Pentacles being in reverse here. I feel like even finding that breath can even help you approach a situation more diplomatically, or come at it from a different type of way, because sometimes when we get caught up in those energies, we can just like, again, get reactive, and then it's like, and even with the Three of Pentacles, it's like one of those things where it's going to take some work, Cancer, to keep that level of mindfulness there, as, hopefully just as consistently as we can. But when we do, it just creates this harmony just all around, and helps you see this level of, I feel like see this level of abundance in a different type of way there, Cancer. Alright, Cancer. I think I'm going to leave that there. A little something. And then I like that came up during the Void of Course energy. That was really nice, Cancer. But if anything resonated with you, give it a thumbs up. And if you and share this, Cancer, because I do feel that, breathing does do so much for us, and not just keeping this vessel alive, but it's deeper than that. I feel like it really does help with your manifestation. It helps you, again, appreciate the present moment, kind of take in and look at all the abundance that is around you, and shifts that mindset, and this lovely energy there, Cancer. And then subscribe there, Queen of Cups. Hit that bell button to get notified when I release videos each day. And then last little bit, for your readings, Cancer, check your sun, your moon, your rising, your Venus. And then, but just check your chart there, Cancer. What's your Mars place? Maybe you got Mars in Virgo, or would you have Mars in Virgo? You got Mars in Virgo, or find but just because just Mars showed up here, or check your Mercury, just check your chart, Cancer. It's fascinating. And then come on over to my other channel, Alchemist 8. I do weekly videos there, monthly ones, yearly ones. It's a good old time. And all that housekeeping is down in the description box below. But let me get your surprise cards here, so I can get you out of here, Cancer. And you got the Six of Pentacles here in reverse. And, I feel like that this is giving more to yourself, in the sense of like finding that sense of balance, really kind of finding ways to calm the mind. And I feel like we tend to just like, we give so much, Cancer, with take maybe, how do I want to put this, like, not necessarily taking care of friends, but like, like trying to be of service to others. And it's just like taking a moment to make sure that you are just returning to yourself again, checking in to make sure, how are you doing, like, are you able to, have you been feeling maybe a little burnt out as of late? Have things been happening really fast? Have the energy's been really anxious, and then you have other people kind of pulling you every which way, or certain obligations that you feel like you need to do. And it's just making sure, I feel like, that you're making sure to give to yourself as much as you do give outside of yourself, as well, of being of service. There's always needs to be a balance that hangs in the mix there, Cancer. But let me get your oracle card here, so I can get you out of here. this was nice for me even too, Cancer. Like I found this very lovely. Oh, and I like that, Cancer. So you have the Kava Kava card here, which is the card of community. It is ruled by Pluto and by our lovely ruler, the Moon. And you know, I feel with this card, and I like that. It made me think of this other card, another Oracle deck, the Anatomy of a Witch deck. There's this one card that's the Witch Lungs, and I feel like this community card is about remembering that we all breathe the same air, no matter where we're at. It might, maybe different qualities, depending on, there are a number of factors of that, Cancer, but the air is constantly moving, and I feel like it's like thinking about how the breath connects us as a soul tribe as well, how we're not just connected and just like from source, like it goes even there's so many intricacies that we are connected in a way. And from how even just being cancerians or even having cancer placements, like there's so many things that I feel like bring us all together, and it's like how we can all transform together, just if we will all take a moment and just return to that breath. And even because just even thinking with the Queen of Cups, the Queen of Cups is just super compassionate. I feel like that kind of reminds us that we're all going through this journey, so we can kind of calm the mind again, that everyone's dealing with their own things, and that we're all interconnected. And yeah, I like that, Cancer. I think I'm gonna leave that there. So you stay safe out there. Make sure to find just kind of just again this that mindfulness. Just coming in, breathing. Enjoy your weekend. Take as much time as you can to just find the breath, Cancer. And I was gonna say, well, yeah, raise your vibration to the roof while you're at it. And you keep eyes on that moon, Cancer, with this eclipse. Grab some water, get some water set it underneath. I'm about to do that. Probably do that tomorrow, but no, not tomorrow. Probably gonna do it later today. But yeah, get your full moon water, Cancer. Get ready to manifest, and I will catch you on the next one, Monday.